Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I've not actually filmed in the bus for quite a while. It's been winter, I don't have a heater involved, or installed I should say. So the van has been used, but over the last couple of months it's actually got quite a mess. I've got hoodies and my screen covers, I've got stuff all over the floor. I did have a blowout a few weeks ago, so when I got the wheel off and threw it in the back, I've had carpet down for the winter, it's all covered in mud. I've taken my nephew's motorbike to the garage to have a repair done on it, so there's been a motorbike in the back of here, it's not looking good. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a wee bit of a tidy up. I've had another issue with the van where I've got umpteen lights on the dashboard. Error message lights, including the ABS, which I've had as a bit of a problem for some time. It's now on and it's not going off at all. I've had a stop light appear, my glow plugs light stayed on the other day, all sorts of sensor problems I would assume. So I've got the van booked into my local garage, EMS in Cooper. I use them quite a lot. Never had a problem with the garage, so I'll put it in there. I trust them totally to have a look at the van, find out what the issue is and rectify all the problems for the spring. So it's booked in, it doesn't go until next week, but I just thought I'll take the opportunity today, give the place a wee tidy, try and get some of the stuff in the house that shouldn't be out here anymore. I've got a big wooden plank on the floor for obviously wheeling my nephew's bike in and out. So yeah, today's just one of these days where I have to just try and get everything back to the way it should be. I used the strap that anchors into the floor rails and holds the gas. I used that strap to tie in the motorbike, so that it's mounted in the wrong place. There's just a few wee jobs in that to do, so I'll get the lens changed on this camera here so that we can see the whole van, and I'll just start pulling stuff out and give it a wee spring clean if you like. I know we're not quite into spring yet, but I think it's needing done early because it's a total mess, as you shall soon see. So yeah, that's my day planned. So first of all, I'll get this wooden plank that I was using as a motorbike lamp, I'll get that away because that certainly doesn't need to be in the van. So yeah, you can see what a mess it's in. I've got all sorts of stuff just lying about, and I don't know how it's got this way, but laziness more than anything else. I mean, it's the battery out, it's the battery there, that's the battery out of my motorbike, and it was back in October, middle of October, that I took that out, gave it a charge, put it back in the bike. It didn't really work. I don't know, I think I maybe need a new battery. I'll give this another wee charge and see, but the bike's currently off the road, but I don't really use it in the winter months anyway, but I'm going to get that looked at. It's just another thing that I've just left lying about, if you like. I've got a bag here with various tins of food. Now my issue with that is, that was the last time I actually went camping. I had a load of stuff in this bag. This is basically what's left over. And what I find is, although I take great pride in what I've done here building the kitchen unit, I didn't actually think it through enough. I've not planned it enough. There's going to be a lot of changes this year, because there isn't enough storage for like basically tins of food and the clothing side of things. I'll have some storage under the bed that I'm away to build. But the food side of things, there seems to be a lot of wasted space in this unit. One of the areas that I think that I could make some use of, in behind here, behind the microwave, there's actually a lot of space there that I could maybe just build a little tiny wee cupboard there. And I know it's not going to be accessible when the doors are shut, but I can put stuff in there like the wee lass's colour and stuff or whatever. Just have another wee like hidey hole sort of thing. So yeah, I've thought that out. That's going to be quite an easy job. I've bought hinges and I just need to make a wee cupboard into this section. The bit above the fridge round the other side here, you can probably see there that all the electrics and everything are obviously behind here. But round this end, if you like, there's the fridge at the bottom, but above that there's a unit space that size, and there's just an empty cavity there. So if I can build a cupboard in there, that's going to give me a lot of storage, but I'm going to have to box it in so that the electrics and everything are sort of hidden away, and they'll just be, if I need to make access to them at any point, a blown fuse or a loose wire or whatever, then this panel actually screws off at 4 points and you can lift that whole bit forward, so it can still do maintenance on the electrics if I build a cabinet in there. So that's another sort of potential plan. Something else that I've maybe thought about, although I've got that little side unit there at the back of the telly, that was only originally put there so that I could have a couple of things there and have a mount for the TV. But I've given it a wee bit of thought, and I reckon that up and down this edge of the window I could make a similar cabinet, and it would allow me to, I'm not sure what room I've got above the telly, but certainly from the top of the telly I could just have a wee shelf here for spices and stuff like that I'll use when I'm cooking. Makes it a wee bit more homely as well. So that's another plan that I've got for the future weeks. This white panel I'm not too keen on. It's obviously white panels here and there, but I've looked into a shop that sells different fabrics and things, and there's like textured patterned fabrics that I could put on these panels just to give it a little bit of a better look, because currently it doesn't look very homely. I just wanted to sort of tie everything in, make it all look the same. So everything that is white at the moment, I'll put that the stuff that I'm going to buy over all the white panels, and it'll kind of tie it all in. I'm looking at something that's kind of got a black pattern through it, just so that it's not too plain. But anyway, enough chatter. I mean, that's just rolling about in the back of the van. That's my toilet blue. Another thing I've not got storage for, but there's a lot of wasted space under here, and I've got a box with all my pots and pans. I kind of need to make that into a cupboard with shelves and things, and then I've rearranged my water tanks and my gas. I'll probably have more storage there. Also, there's a lot of sort of wasted, this is all moved as well, there's a lot of wasted space where I've built this drawer that, to be honest, I'm not really happy with. You can see that it's got these cheap runners, and I would rather just change them, rebuild the drawer. It was done with a jigsaw, so the cuts are kind of wavy, it's not as straight as I would like. I've now got a circular saw, so my plans of making things look a wee bit better will just be so much easier. So the wasted space here, obviously that's where the sink unit is, but I've brought this down a bit too low, so there is sort of a bit of room there that I could utilise. So yeah, that's just sort of this side of things. I'm not going to talk about what I've got planned for the bed, that's going to come in a different video. But for now, I mean, I've said it already, I'm going to say it again. I need to get my finger out, I need to get it all tidied up. You can probably see underneath the seats there, there's so much stuff that I just kind of push out the way. So that's all getting lifted out today. I can also see at the back under the seat, my daughter's obviously left her McDonald's wrappers and things. There's a McDonald's cup there. Yeah, it's basically, I feel like the van's not been getting looked after this last wee while, so I'll just have to crack on, and like, so it's going to take a bit of time. This blue carpet, I'm gonna just lift this up. It was put down just to create a wee bit of warmth in the van for the winter, and it has worked. I have laid down here and I've had the telly on and we've been out for tea and that in it, but like I said earlier in the video, with that puncture that we had and motorbikes being in the back and everything, there's a lot of mud and dirt in this carpet now that I don't think I'm going to get out, but I'll give it a go. I'm going to take the carpet right out of the van, I'm going to give it a good clean and shampoo and give it a hoover up, but for now it's just going to be rolled up and mothballed and put into the garden shed. I have got a dry garden shed, so I don't have to worry about damp or anything like that. I'll get the carpet out and it'll give me a good chance to sweep the rest of the van. All the sort of floor runners that sit underneath here, they kind of gather up a bit of muck, and it's good just to give them a wee brush out. The portaloo sitting under there also needs to be taken into the house. It has been used a couple of times, so I dread to think what it's going to be like to clean out, but it's just one of the things of having a camper van. Really, it should be done more often than I have. It's an emergency use item. So yeah, I'll get that out, I'll give it a clean, and we'll sweep up all the floor, and then I can pretty much take measurements again and find out exactly where I'm going with this kitchen unit. I've also got another plan. I don't like this, I don't know if you can see that on the video. I've got like a storage box here, and it's got all sorts of stuff in it, pots, a toaster, things like that. I've used the toaster a couple of times, but I've bought a solar panel, I've just not put it on. If I get a solar panel on there that's charging all the time, currently it's just a split charge, so it's just when I'm driving that we get any juice into the leisure battery. But I think once I've got my solar up there, I've got Renogy, I don't know, 100 or 200 watts. I've still not got the solar controller. I'm in two minds whether to get an MPPT or just go with it. I think it's called an MWP or whatever it is. It's a cheaper version. Everybody swears by the MPPT. It's just a wee bit more expensive to purchase, and I want to keep everything Renogy because I just feel that when you're doing your build, if you keep to one brand, it's just kind of better. So like when I was kitting out this, I went for Dometic items, the microwave and the cooker and whatnot. So yeah, if I stick to Renogy for my solar charging and that'll be fine. But underneath here where this box is, I keep losing track of what I'm talking about here because I do not half waffle. But I'm not liking this box with the pots and everything in it, and although it's working and I had the same sort of setup in my last van, I would rather take measurements underneath this seat and kind of build something in that's going to match with this. So yeah, if I build that in at that side, it leaves the other side of the seat because my energy stuff's at the back there, my leisure battery and my inverter and all sorts of stuff like that. So if I just build one box here, I'll see what space I've got on the other side, but because I put the portaloo there, I think I'm just going to leave that as is. It gives me good access to stuff, and it's a wee pokey hole for putting stuff in. My daughter's since found that with her rubbish obviously, but yeah, if I build that, leave that as it is. I've got so much plans for this van that last year's just going to be all forgotten about. It's like it's taken me so long to do this, and already I'm not happy with it. Now, I don't know if other people with vans find that they do build, they use the van a wee bit, and although this van's no finished, I have used it quite a bit already. Kind of as a day van more than anything else, but you don't find that once you start using things that you've built, you're not too like sort of confident or happy with stuff, and it's going to be an ongoing evolution of this van. I've got no intentions of getting rid of it. This is my van, this is for keeping, and if I have to change things as I go, then so be it. It's just one of these things. It gives me something to do, and hopefully every change will be an improvement in what I did before, and yeah, that's it. So I'll start by tidying up. I'll use one of these bags as a rubbish bag. Excuse me. So I think what I'll do is I'll take all the food and everything that's in here, and I'll just take it into the house just now, because I just want to empty the van. I'm going to empty I've got all sorts of cutlery and things in here. It's just all different bits and bobs that you find you need, but I think I'm going to empty it all, give everything a wee clean for this year, and it basically gives me an opportunity just to start from scratch. So yeah, the first things first is I think I'll get all the food and take that into the house. So there's not much in here, like I say, I've not had much storage anyway, so just various bags of sort of rices and sort of pasta. I've got my hot chocolate, and you need to have hot chocolate in the van. I feel like you need to have hot chocolate in the van anyway, but yeah, I'll get that sorted out first. Right, first things first, I'll pull this out here. So I've got various straps and that as well that I've just thrown under here. Now, what these are for, this wheel, I don't know if you can see that there on the video, but I've got a spare wheel down the side of the seat here, and obviously that was taken out now with the puncture. So that's really meant to be strapped into the frame of the seat, which currently it isn't. but what we'll do first, I'll get this box, there's not much room here. On a random separate note, friend of mine, I don't know if any of you use metal cups when we're camping, friend of mine made little mug jumpers and they're really cool. They've got just got a couple of wee buttons there at the handle side and they just wrap around the cup. So I did have a couple of occasions where I burnt my hands on these metal cups. I'm sure everybody else has done that as well. It's a stupid thing. Suppose if you just held the cup handle it'd be fine. I always hold my cup like that. So the wee mug jumpers, really cool. They're just crocheted. Apparently they're dead simple to make, but yeah, I've got two of them. I've got one on the blue mug and I've got another one with red buttons here on the red mug. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, totally random. I'm going off topic again. So right, I don't know what happened there, but my camera actually just fritzed out. It said ensure there's a lens attached. Never seen that before, don't know what happened. So there might be a wee glitch in this video there where that's just fritzed out, but I'll keep an eye on it, hopefully it keeps recording. It's a Canon 700D with a Sigma lens on it. Not sure what lens that is, but I'll just keep an eye on it, make sure it keeps recording. Ow, just kicked the bottom of the van there. Right, I did notice this damp patch on the video there and I was reviewing it. What that is, it's nothing to worry about, there's no leak in the van. That was actually spilt vegetable oil in my last van, but yeah, just thought I'd mention that since it's showing up here on this video. So I'll get back in and try and get on with what I was doing. So I just want to pull everything out the bottom here. Right. Now one of these things, this causes a lot of controversy. Now, this is by no means mains hookup for a van. I just make sure everybody knows that. All this is for is in a tent or in an awning that's attached to the van. So although this is in my van, it's not for inside my van. Just making that perfectly clear. I've got all sorts of stuff down here and I actually don't think this box is going to be big enough. Forgot that was in here. Can't beat a wee game of Jenga. Yeah, this is going to be a bigger job than I thought. I'll get this box in house first, it's full. It's amazing how much stuff you accumulate. Right, I think I'm about ready to get this carpet out. It's not secured in or anything, it's just laid flat. Actually I'm not ready at all. I will have to get that spare wheel out of there as well. So I don't know, I've not used this this door for a wee bit either and it seems to be jammed. Anybody else had issues with this? Let me know in the comments. It's having none of it. This could be an issue. Something that I didn't anticipate. Right, this is going to need a bit of investigation, so I'll just turn the camera off while I do that. Right, so what I will say, that was a bit of a pain trying to get that door open. So again, if any of you have got a door on a van that they've not been using through winter, just give it an open and close. I don't know what's jammed it, I think it's through lack of use, but the mechanism, I think I'll give it a bit of grease. We've had quite a lot of heavy frosts, and when the door freezes up, the side doors will not open up. The rubbers kind of seem to stick to the doors. I don't know if there's a bit of moisture in there when you close them over and they just freeze up or what, but certainly give all your doors to be open and closed. Make sure they're not seizing up in the winter months. I always use that door and the back barn doors. This one hardly gets used, so yeah, it's a lesson learned if nothing else. So we'll get these straps all up. So yeah, the carpet just lifts out, what it should do. And I didn't actually place it underneath my leisure battery or anything at the back. Excuse the noise, just a passing car there. I didn't actually place the carpet underneath anything on my electrical side. It was just folded in. So yeah, that should be easy enough just to lift out. Better lift my keys. Don't want to trap them in a roll of carpet. A wee table I bought, you know, I thought it would be the same size as the one in my last van, but I've obviously got the wrong size. It's a bit too wee, but for now it's handy enough. I usually put it at the back there when I'm cooking, just gives me an extra space. But I think I'll get rid of this and get the bigger size in a few weeks. The spare wheel, we'll get this out. I think, if you can still hear me, I think the spare wheel, rather than being at that side, I'm thinking I'm going to try it at the other side when I put it back in. Just because, like I say, I come in and out that side more often than that side, so no, that's not right. I think I should be using that door, that's what I was going to say. Because that door's been jammed, I think I'll start using that door as well as the other door, so that it's not going to stick. Right, this strap at the side here, that's actually for my gas. Right, the only best way to do this, I'll probably fold it in from the other side. Yeah, what a mess, what an absolute mess this carpet's got in. I don't recommend carpets in a van really. I don't know if I'm going to put this back in or not. I've also lost the screw from the bottom of my cabinet here. So hopefully this will just roll up. It's not tidy, it's certainly not. So I had in my head I was going to roll up really tidy, yeah, and I've made a complete mess of it. But all the same, it's ready to lift out now, and I'll go and put it in the shed. Right, I'm not sure this is the right thing to do. A bit of WD-40 on the catch. I'm just going to let it pour everywhere, I'm not really caring. I'd rather the van was dirty than not being able to open it up. So the rubber here I've inspected. Now I've greased the runner. The rubber, it looks kind of dry. Now I'm not sure if WD-40 is the way, but for me this is the one. Yeah, we'll just give it a wee scoop just along the rubber seam. actually spraying more of this inside the van than I am on the rubber. I'll get a wee cloth. Yeah, it seems to look a lot better. It was certainly dry. But will it work? Time will tell. Right, so a lot of people with these vans, they put the spare wheel on the back doors. I'm not a fan, and you know what? I've just decided to put it in here. So as you saw before, it was on the other side. So because I've been having issues with that door, I've put this on this side. Now it doesn't leave much room here for getting in and out, but I've tested the theory, and you know what, if I can get in and out, anybody can get in and out. So yeah, I'll leave that there for now until I make sure that that door's actually going to be working properly. It gives a wee bit more room in the back of the van as well, because this kind of space is wasted with having the unit there anyway. So if I can get away with leaving this here, I will. I could probably get it further back, there is a bit of space there, but it would involve taking this handle off, which I might do in the future, but for now I'll just leave it as it is. And I think I'll just end this video here where we're at. I'll pick it up in the next one. So if you liked what you saw, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.